Good evening and welcome to the 2025-2026 Troop Cookie Manager Training. I am Amanda Farrell and I'm the Director of Product Program. And with us tonight, we also have Debbie Hazlett, who is one of our product program coordinators. Debbie is our main point for cookies, along with Erin Duffy, who is our manager of product program. Erin was not able to join us this evening. We have Lisa Wukolevich. Lisa is our product program specialist. So you will be hearing from her throughout the cookie program. And we have Yvonne Colleran, who is our other product program coordinator. Yvonne's main lead is the gifts and goodies program, but she is right in all of it with us, helping to support the cookie program as well. So as we get started, just a quick reminder for tonight. You will see the chat feature and the Q&A feature. Please use the chat if you want to say that you like something, give some feedback, be excited in there. And please use the Q&A feature if you have specific questions that you are looking for us to answer. As I had mentioned, when people were getting logged in, we do have a pretty large group tonight. If we do not get to your question before the end, we do have access to all of the questions after, and we will be sure to follow back up with you. And with that, we will go ahead and get started. If Debbie, I can have you go to the next slide. We first just want to take a moment and thank you for all that you do to support the Girl Scout program and the Girl Scout cookie program. Without volunteers like you, we couldn't do what we do. So thank you for everything that you do to support the Girl Scout cookie program. And as a troop cookie manager, you truly are making a difference in the lives of girls, and you are an integral part of the Girl Scout movement. You get to network and make friends with adult volunteers in your area throughout the council, and you get to develop leadership skills. Next slide. The Girl Scout Cookie Program is essential to Girl Scouts Western Pennsylvania's mission of building girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Funds raised through the Cookie Program support many aspects of the Girl Scout program. It provides troops with proceeds to fund their troop activities and service projects, keeps camps affordable by subsidizing registration costs, supports the Girl Scout experience by providing girl programming, curriculum, events, and providing financial assistance to girls with financial barriers. So Girl Scouting is available to all girls. So how does the Girl Scout program benefit girls? Our Girl Scouts aren't just selling Girl Scout cookies. They're doing their part to make their communities a better place as they prepare for successful futures. They'll also be building lifelong skills, friendships, and confidence along the way. Over the course of more than 100 years, generations of girls have built the Girl Scout Cookie Program into a beloved tradition and the largest girl-led entrepreneurial program in the world. Girls learn 5 skills during the cookie program that will last a lifetime and help girls develop an entrepreneurial mindset. Girls learn how to set goals, make decisions, create a budget and handle money, and they learn how to find their voice and build confidence through customer interaction. Girls learn to act ethically both in business and in life during every step of the cookie program. Girls also have the opportunity to earn different pins as they go through the Girl Scout program, and they are able to earn one for every year that they are involved. This is a great way for families to also join in the cookie fun. More details can be found on the website that is shown there, girlscoutcookies.org/entrepreneurial family. And with that, I will turn it over to Debbie to share more exciting information about this year's cookie program.
Thanks, Amanda. And once again, welcome everyone for joining us tonight. The Girl Scout cookie entrepreneurs are forces of nature. They're bold, curious, and bring a go-getter spirit to every challenge, no matter how big or small. Whether Girl Scouts are planning their own cookie booth or climbing to the top of their digital cookie pages, they are ready to be brave, fierce, and fun. So you might recognize this theme from the 2025 Fall Product Gift and Goodies program. It's also the 2026 Cookie Program theme. And even though the theme is the same, each program has a different mascot. Let's watch a short video here of our new mascot. Come on, play.
She's brave. Valiente. She's fierce. Fuerte. She's fun. Diversión. Just like Girl Scouts. And she's ready for a spectacular cookie season. Join our black-footed ferret friend and get down to business this cookie season. With brave booth ideas, fierce selling strategies, and all the fun that cookie season has to offer. Because this cookie season is all about BFFs. Brave, fierce, fun. Ferrets have lots of energy, just like Girl Scouts. And a group of ferrets is called a business. So let's get down to cookie business. Digital Cookie makes it easy for new customers to order cookies wherever they are. This season, make your Digital Cookie QR code your BFF and promote it wherever you go. Your QR code remains the same every season, so you can feel confident about printing it on business cards, stickers, even t-shirts. Ask your customers to scan for cookies now and bookmark to order more later. When you make it super easy for customers to get their favorites whenever they have the craving, you can watch your sales pop up and up. You and your caregiver can share the cookie love with irresistible posts on social media. Let's fill the feeds of cookie-craving customers. Yep, together we'll be BFF Fluencers. No one will be able to resist these cookies during this sweet time of year. And the more we share, the more fantastic rewards we can earn from little brownie bakers, all with recyclable individual packaging, because that's what BFFs do for our planet. Speaking of caring, when you know your product, you can help your customers pick the delicious cookie that's right for them, just like a BFF would do. And now, it's time to share the newest Girl Scout cookie. Explore Moors! Rocky Road ice cream inspired cookies filled with flavors of chocolate, marshmallow, and toasted almond cream. Explore Moors inspires the curiosity of a Girl Scout in everyone. So, let's get out there. Be brave and share your goals. Be fierce and let customers know how their support helps you give back to your community. And most of all, have fun being the amazing entrepreneur you are. Brave, fierce, fun, BFFs all the way.
That was fun. So now I would like to introduce, once again, our 2026 cookie mascot and BFF, Shirley, the black-footed ferret. Here are a few fun facts about the black-footed ferret for you to view. One that we find most interesting that you may have picked up on in the video that we just watched is that a group of ferrets is called a business. And did you know that ferrets dance as a form of communication? Sounds like something fun for the girls to try. These 9 varieties of cookies are featured on the paper order card and are also available on Digital Cookie for shipped and girl delivered orders for the 2026 cookie program. Cookie packages will remain at $6 per package. And you may notice this year that there are 2 different use or freeze by dates on the packages. GSUSA has approved both cookie companies to mark their product with the 2 production dates. So cookies produced earlier in the season will have a use or freeze by date of June 2026, while later productions have the September date that we're all used to. So no matter which package customers purchase, they are fresh and delicious. The Adventurefuls will have new packaging this year. The new packaging reduces waste by using less packing materials, but remains strong enough to keep the cookies safe. The lighter packaging allows the delivery agents to carry more product using fewer resources. And each pallet holds 180 cases. If you are one of the service units that has a pallet delivery, you will want to note this. I guess that shouldn't be in this training because that is on the service unit level, but there are 20 more cases in a pallet for those deliveries. Our council will receive both the carton and the soft packs until the carton inventory has been depleted at the bakery. So both packages have the same count and weight and are made fresh for the cookie season. As you heard in that video also, we have a new cookie for the 2026 season, which is the Explore Mores. So as the Troop Cookie Manager, you will receive 1 package of Explore Mores for the troop, unless the service unit is planning to use those for the service unit rally, in which the girls that attend will be able to get a sample. And for those troops that are unable to attend, the service unit cookie manager can supply you with a box for the girls to try. GSUSA will launch a national media campaign to highlight the Explore Mores for the 2026 cookie season, and that will take place on January 6th. So with that said, we encourage you to log in to Digital Cookie and get your troop link set up by the 6th to be active on the Cookie Finder, which is open to everyone across the country. So you may see that there are some shipped or donated orders that come through your troop link as early as January 6th. So we want to get those set up and ready to go for those cookie orders. The Troop Cookie Manager agreement is digital. When you log into eBuddy at the start of the cookie program, you will be electronically signing the Troop Cookie Manager agreement. Some service units may require you to sign a paper form as well. That form can be found on our website under the Cookie Resources for Troops, and it can also be found in the eBuddy Help Center. So if you have any questions throughout the cookie season, your service unit cookie manager is your first contact. If they are unable to answer your questions, they will direct you to us to help.
Debbie, I'm going to pause for just one moment because we do have a few questions.
Okay.
Before we get to this, I do have one comment. It is important to know that that 800 number is to our local council. That number does not go to GSUSA. That comes directly to Girl Scouts Western Pennsylvania. So I just wanted to make sure that information was shared. A couple of questions we have. Will the slide deck be shared after this meeting? Yes, it will. It is being recorded, and it will be shared on the website after. There was a few comments about cookies in the soft packages being broken. We appreciate that feedback. That is something that we will be monitoring at the council level and sharing back with Little Brownie throughout the season. Please remember that if you have cookies that are damaged, please make sure that you're returning them to either a office cookie cupboard or to a local cookie cupboard, so that you are getting those replaced, and just kind of keep us posted of that throughout the season. Couple of questions about how many Explore Mores are in the package? It's either 18 or 19. I'm drawing a blank at the moment on the exact number, but it's either 18 or 19 cookies in this Explore More package. As far as the ingredients that are in the Explore Mores, it is labeled on the back of the packaging, and it does have the where it says like contains ingredients, or contains allergens. Those are listed there for those. A question about how do we know who our service unit manager is? That's a great question. Debbie, go ahead. You're shaking your head. I'll let you answer it.
Yes. So to find out who your service unit cookie manager is, on your troop dashboard, their name and contact information will be right there on a tile on your dashboard.
Perfect. And then for the new Adventureful packaging, are there the same amount of cookies? Yes, it is the same amount of cookies. The tray that their cookies are in is exactly the same. It's just the outer packaging that is now different. And with that, Debbie, I think we'll keep rolling.
All right, great. Thanks, Amanda.
Thanks.
So it's important to stay connected with your service unit cookie manager and council for the cookie program updates and reminders throughout the entire season. Look for the eBuddy and Cookie Bites emails for the latest information and reminders. Please note that you are responsible for the information that's contained in these communications. If you accidentally unsubscribe yourself, don't panic. You can resubscribe yourself on the contacts tab in eBuddy. Please, sorry, I forgot. We will also use text messaging for some time sensitive reminders coming from council. So if you have your phone right now, you can go ahead and text cookie 26 to our 800 number to subscribe. And don't forget to let the caregivers in your troop know how you will be communicating with them and how you would like them to communicate with you throughout the cookie season. That way you are connecting for all of the important information. Just give you a sec to do that texting thing. Moving on. Okay, Council has created a Facebook page dedicated to volunteers with product program roles. So if you haven't already signed up, while you have your phones out, take a moment and scan this QR code now to join the group. If you have already joined, you want to make sure that you're checking back periodically so that the page remains in your Facebook feed so that you're not missing anything. Give you another sec for that too. Okay.
If you haven't already started, you'll want to establish your
So I apologize for that. I should just let it read. Somehow I have a recording in there already.
All good.
All right, all good. So if you haven't already started, you'll want to establish your cookie team. Other troop volunteers and caregivers can help with a number of tasks that take place during the cookie season, such as distributing materials, sorting and distributing rewards. They can help with cookie pickup at the service unit delivery. They can help with sorting cookies according to the girl orders, and also booth sales. So approved volunteers can help secure locations and caregivers can help set up. So those are some things for the volunteers and caregivers in your troop that can help with. Okay, so when families are involved, girls succeed. Holding a family cookie meeting is part of being a troop cookie manager. And when families are unaware of policies and procedures, troops are often faced with frustration. Um, so to um, so it's critical for the cookie program success for families to gain this key information, including deadlines, and for them to understand their responsibilities and what the troop expects of them. So, a tip for you is to use the family guide. It is a great tool to use when you are leading your family cookie meeting. And the full guide is on our website under the cookie resources. So cookie materials, there are a couple new things this year. Printed cookie materials will be arriving or are arriving now. So if you haven't received your printed materials from your service unit cookie manager yet, you will be receiving them soon. You want to remember to sort the girl materials using the most current troop roster. Cookie materials should only be distributed to girls that are registered for 2026. So if you need additional materials, if you did not get enough for the girls that are registered and you need more, we do have some that are available on our website. And we will be placing a couple of those items also on the eBuddy Help Center. That will be coming soon. And you can also reach out to your service unit cookie manager or council, and we can get some extra materials out to you. You will notice that one of the changes in the print materials, the troop, volunteer, and caregiver will receive a quick guide this year. The full troop and family guides are digital on our website. Also new this year, we are replacing the printed box wraps, where we have created an 8.5 by 11 OSA informational flyer for troops to display at their booth sales. So that is a sheet that can go inside of one of those plastic table displays, so that it's not being confused with a actual box of cookies that the troop is trying to sell. Okay. And why am I going the wrong way? Okay, sorry about that. So whether your service unit is planning to host a cookie rally or not, council will host once again the council-wide cookie kickoff to cheer on the 2026 cookie program and get girls excited about the cookie season. The kickoff is not intended to replace the service unit rally, but instead to bring an added jumpstart right before the season opens. So the council cookie kickoff is set for January 5th. It is free for all council members to attend, so please encourage the girls in your troop to join us. Also, rally patches will be available in the council shops for purchase. All volunteers can access eBuddy beginning early December. So you all should have received an email from eBuddy to give you access in to update your profile and take a look at the girls that are in your troop. We will initially be uploading, and we have actually done a couple of uploads so far of the girls into the eBuddy system, and we also have uploaded service unit and troop volunteers. So if you're having trouble accessing eBuddy for any reason, you can call in to our member care team and see if you have the proper role selected in your membership record so that we can get you added into eBuddy.
Debbie,
Yes.
I'm going to pause right there for a second because we're getting a few questions about what they should do if they have not received an eBuddy email yet.
Check your junk, spam, and promotion boxes, because a lot of times the eBuddy email goes into that box. And once again, if you haven't received that email, it could be that we don't have a role assigned for you. A lot of times that happens with lifetime members. They do not have to go in and renew their membership, but every year you do need to go in and renew your roles. So it could be one of those things. So just reach out to us at our 800 number, or to customer care
Cook.
at GS, or cookies.
Yep.
Sorry, cookies at gswpa.org, and we will look into adding you into eBuddy. Make sure and everything is in place, and then adding you into eBuddy.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you, Debbie. Yep.
All right. I didn't skip one, did I? Okay. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure I didn't skip. All right. So Little Brownie has made some enhancements to eBuddy this year. There are, and it's really tiny on this sheet, on this slide, so I apologize. But they have the little help button, the little help bubbles with the question mark inside of those all throughout eBuddy. So if you have any questions or you're having trouble with something, you can click on that bubble and it'll help navigate you through. So that's going to move me on to the next slides, because I did bring a couple of these up. So the Little Brownie Bakers has a YouTube channel. They have dozens of videos to help you through every step of the cookie program. We've linked these videos throughout the digital Troop Cookie Manager Guide. And these microburst training videos will help you navigate the eBuddy system with topics like your initial order, transactions tab, your booth sales and rewards. So to view these videos, go to Little Brownie YouTube channel at Little Brownie Bakers, and select the topic that you are looking to gather some information about. So another new feature that is in eBuddy is you can now easily mark Digital Cookie Girl delivered orders as distributed to the Girl Scout with a quick check mark that's done right on the Girl Orders tab. So this is going to make tracking smooth and easy. Once you provide the girl with the packages that she needs for her Digital Cookie Girl delivered orders, you can mark the order as distributed. To do this, you want to go to the Girl Orders tab, select the girl's name, then you must select all orders, which you can use the drop-down menu to change that view, and then click the distribution beside the order that you have given her, or multiple orders if that's the case. And that will show that you have given those cookies to her, and she can then deliver them to her customers. So let's say you have an error and you click that button by mistake on one of those orders. It's very simple. Just do the same thing again and click and select that check mark, and it will be removed. The check mark is a visual cue only. It helps track the distribution, but it does not adjust the troop's inventory. So you will still need to create a transaction to the girl record to allocate the additional product, so that she is getting credit for those packages, and it counts towards her rewards. eBuddy will prompt you if you are attempting to check an order that is not labeled DOC DLVR, which is Digital Cookie Order Card Delivered. So if you try to check the order that you are allocating to her, then it's going to give you a prompt and let you know that you can't do that. You have to do it up above. This new tool helps you stay organized, provides a clear visual reference, and improves communication with families and cookie teams during the busy season. eBuddy has an app with the same functionality as the desktop version. So if you're one that's on the phone and uses your phone for every kind of media, then you're definitely want to go on and download the eBuddy app, which you will need to do each year because there is enhancements to eBuddy that you will want to have on your phone as well. So Little Brownie is a one-stop shop for resources. If you have not visited the Little Brownies website, there are a bunch of resources on that site that are sure to make your cookie season run smoothly. And some of those things they have cookie photography, there's items for booth sales, clip art, there's reels, recipes that you can share with customers, and the list goes on. So go ahead and get onto that website and check out what they have in store. Digital Cookie is a fun educational tool that helps girls run and manage their Girl Scout cookie business online. Once a girl's site is set up, she can manage her cookie customer list and easily invite family and friends to support her sale. So as the Troop Cookie volunteer, you have access to Digital Cookie as well. You can view the troop's progress through the cookie season. You can find more Digital Cookie resources for the troop and caregivers at gswpa.org. Digital Cookie will email caregivers a registration link about a week before the sale begins. Registration emails are specific to each girl and cannot be shared with others. The email will come from Girl Scout Cookie Program, email at email.girlscouts.org. To be sure to have your caregivers check their junk, spam, and promotion boxes, because a lot of times that's where they end up, to find the registration link. If a caregiver does not receive an invitation email by the 6th, direct them to digitalcookie@girlscouts.org and click on the Request a Digital Cookie Registration email link. The customer experience is easy, fast, and safe. So through Digital Cookie, customers can pay for their cookies with a credit card. They can choose to have the cookies shipped, girl delivered, or donated through Operation Sweet Appreciation. The customer pays the shipping, if applicable, and keeping all proceeds, this will keep all the proceeds within the troop and council. There are no fees for any of the girl delivered orders or the donated packages through Operation Sweet Appreciation. So it's a fun and it's a fun and easy way to promote the cookie program. For the girl delivery option, customers can pay for their cookies with a credit card and have the Girl Scout deliver their cookies to their door. Caregivers must approve these orders for safety and practicality reasons. We don't, sometimes an order may come in from somebody that you don't know. You definitely do not want to accept that order. So after the customer places the order, the caregiver will receive an email that's going to alert them that they have a pending sale. So the caregiver then goes in and approves that, and it must be approved within 5 business days. I think it's business. Maybe it's 5 days total. If that order is not approved within those 5 days, it will resort to the customer's second choice, which could be to be donated, shipped, or canceled. Oh, I'm sorry. I knew there was something else I wanted on this one. This year, girls can continue to take their delivery orders through March 17th. and the troop may need to get additional cookies from a cupboard to fulfill those orders. Digital Cookie Girl delivered orders placed before the initial order is submitted are automatically ordered as part of the troop's initial order. Digital Cookie Girl delivered orders placed after the initial order is submitted must be fulfilled using the troop's extra inventory and allotted to the Girl Scout in eBuddy. Digital Cookie Girl delivered orders will display on the Digital Cookies troop dashboard. Once the caregiver approves the order, the amount the customer paid will show as a credit on the Girl Orders tab and as a deposit that is made to the troop's payment tab. Cookies to fulfill these orders must come from the troop's inventory. You will need to create a transaction under the Girl in eBuddy to allocate these cookies that she needs to fill the order. Once the allocation is complete, the credit amount that you may see in eBuddy will equal out. So on this slide, you will see at the bottom, I have added an allocation line, and it shows the Digital Cookie Girl delivered order, and then the allocation will then make that minus equal and balance out. Advance. Okay. So caregivers can see additional in-person order inventory in Digital Cookie only if you or the Troop Cookie Manager checks the inventory box in eBuddy under the Girl Orders tab. So this is a different checkbox than what we have for distributed for the Digital Cookie Girl delivered orders. This one is for those extra packages that a girl comes to get from a paper order card. So on the eBuddy Girls tab in the column labeled INV, if you check this box, that information will be sent to Digital Cookie to help the caregiver know that more cookies have been given to her or that a payment has been received by her. So if you do not check this box, so when do you check this box? So you check this box only if it is additional cookies being given to the girl for paper orders, and not, you don't want to check this box if you are giving for the digital cookie, because those are already being shown. So if you accidentally do check this box, you can do the same. You can go into the girl order and you can click on the check mark and it will it'll disappear. And as I said, this information does go over to Digital Cookie. So it is sent to Digital Cookie in real time. So as soon as you click that box, it will show up in the girl's Digital Cookie page and on her dashboard. So be sure to communicate with caregivers on the status of the troop's inventory. If you're getting low, you're unable to go to a cookie cupboard, maybe you may be sending a caregiver to get the extra cookies that they need. So if the troop does need to get additional cookies, they can get them from another troop or a cookie cupboard to fulfill those orders. Another great function in Digital Cookie that the troop may want to take advantage of is having the caregiver enter the Girl Scouts in-person paper order card into Digital Cookie for their initial order. The caregiver would enter these orders from the paper order card and not including any of those Digital Girl delivered orders. This is just for the paper order card. They can order it into the offline initial order in Digital Cookie and click the submit to troop. You must hit the click to click to submit to Troop, or it's not going to show up in eBuddy for you to review. That order flows right into the initial order tab, where there will be a message that is visible for you to approve or make changes. So be sure to remind your caregivers to not include any of those digital cookie girl delivered orders, as those are automatically ordered already on a separate line in the initial orders tab. So approvals will need to be completed by you prior to the Troop lockout. After the due date, you can't make edits to the numbers on this section. You'll need to contact council to make any changes. Here's a snapshot of what you will see in eBuddy. So once the caregiver has entered her order in Digital Cookie, you will be able to see the order in eBuddy under the initial orders tab. Red and orange status means that you need to review those orders. You can, you'll need to review each girl and mark it as saved. To place the Troop's initial order, you'll be clicking on the girl's name, review for gross errors. If you don't see anything that looks out of the ordinary, all is good, then just go ahead and hit save. You can make changes if needed. If, you know, a caregiver calls in and they want to add something else real quickly, you can go in and make that change as long as it is before the lockout. And a green saved will appear once you have completed the review for each girl. Once you determine the appropriate number of cookies for the Troop, you can place the Troop's order on the initial orders tab in eBuddy. The initial order is placed in packages in each girl's individual row. If you are allowing caregivers to use the in-person order card function in Digital Cookie, and you will review each girl's order on that initial orders tab to make sure that they're ordering properly. Otherwise, if you are not allowing them to use that feature, you will need to gather each individual girl's in-person cookie order card and enter it into eBuddy. If the Troop is planning booth sales, enter the Troop's booth cookies on the booth line, also in the initial order tab. So you must place the Troop's initial order by the lockout, which is January 28th at 11:59 p.m. We do not suggest that you're putting the order in at 11:59 because you will be locked out at that time.
Debbie, I'm going to pause just for a second.
Okay.
The other question that I'm getting, this was an important one, the initial order lockout. So for that question, here it is. The initial order lockout is January 28th at 11:59 p.m. The first official day of the 2026 Girl Scout Cookie Program is January 6th. So officially get started on January 6th of 2026. And I'll just remind everyone again that that's also when Troop Links go live this year. So we are just getting a few questions on that. So I wanted to make sure that we got that answered for people.
Okay, great. So then after that date, then the service unit cookie manager can make changes until 11:59 on January 29th. So anything after that time, we'll need to contact customer care immediately so that we can get those changes made in eBuddy for you on the council level. The initial reward order is also submitted on the Troops Reward tab. If you do not select the initial order or submit it to the service unit, don't worry. The service unit can also submit it, and so can council. So contact your service unit cookie manager if you need assistance on your initial order. There is an eBuddy report at the Troop level that lists each girl and her initial order. So when printed, each girl will receive her own printout, which is great for separating initial orders. So to find that report, you want to go to your reports tab from the Troop dashboard, and there's actually two different versions. So for the Girl IO report in PDF form will look like this. And there's another one as a parent IO that you can also print. So girls may use the internet to share their cookie program sales links, stories, and learnings. The cookie program is always led by a girl, while also being supervised by her caregiver or guardian. Girls can post their digital cookie links. I know this is a question that comes up a lot on where and how they're allowed to post. So girls can post their digital cookie link for onto caregiver sites and public social media sites, but they cannot post on resale sites. No online auction sites, no public sale sites, no Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Craigslist. Those are all no-nos. Or any electronic shopping carts. They cannot be posted there either. So remember, girls may not take orders before January 6th. All online activity that happens before this date should clearly note that the sale does not start until January 6th. They cannot take orders until that date. Your service unit will reach out to you with information and details on the cookie delivery that's happening in your area. There may be some changes if you were a part of delivery last year. There may be some changes that are happening. So we encourage you to attend your service unit cookie training so that you receive the important delivery information that is specific to your service unit. Cupboards are local sites where volunteers can pick up extra cookies. The goal of the cupboards is to be empty by the end of the sale. Oh, excuse me. Cupboard sites are consolidated as we progress through the sale, and cupboards may run out of a variety. Cupboards not being restocked will grade out the varieties that are no longer available. And at cupboards, troops can get boxes or cases of cookies from the cupboards. These transactions appear on the Transactions tab in eBuddy in Packages. Troop-owned cookies cannot be returned to the cupboard. However, anything that you find that is damaged or a customer has brought back to you as damaged can be exchanged at a cookie cupboard for the same variety.
Debbie,
Yes.
I'm going to have you pause there just for a moment. We've had a few questions about if there will be a cookie cupboard at the Greensburg office this season. And yes, at this time, we plan to have a cookie cupboard at the Greensburg office and at the Johnstown's office. Pittsburgh and Edinboro will have one as well still. But just, yes, so Greensburg and Johnstown we are still planning to have a cookie cupboard there, and that will operate up until the time that those buildings would sell. If that happens during the cookie program, we will make other arrangements to make sure that there are still cookies in those areas.
Okay. Great. Anything else?
Not specific to cupboards. We're good for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, back again this year. Troop-owned cases or packages can be exchanged for different varieties after the booth sales are over. So beginning March 23rd at select cupboards while varieties remain, the troops that have some inventory, they want to continue to have booth sales in April, can go to these local cupboards and swap out the inventory so that they have a better selection for their customers for those booths. Another way for troops to get additional cookies is a troop-to-troop transfer. So the service unit cookie manager must complete the troop-to-troop transfer for you once the cookies have changed hands. As a troop cookie manager, you can manage the troop's cookie inventory on this tab, which is the cookie exchange. So simply post the extra cookies that the troop has on hand, and other troops that are looking for those cookies can reach out. You can make arrangements to meet up and exchange those cookies, and then the troop that receives the cookies will reach out to the service unit cookie manager for a troop to troop transfer. So one thing that is there's a checkbox there if you want to add your phone number. Right now it does list your email automatically, but if you would like to list your phone number as well, you can select the box, and that makes it easier for that volunteer looking for cookies to connect with you. Once again, the Girl Scout Cookie Program is a girl-led program, and cookies should only be sold when a girl is present at the booth. So cookies sitting out on a counter at a retail location when only the adults are present is strongly discouraged. Additionally, businesses may not purchase cookies from a girl and then resell them in any format, regardless of whether they're making any money or not. Local businesses are great partners during the cookie program, especially with hosting booth sales. However, there are specific trademark regulations around the name, brand, and logo of the Girl Scouts and the Girl Scout cookies. But if a business would like to discuss an official event partnership or a sponsorship, please have them reach out to customer care at gswpa.org. So cookie booth sales will take place February 27th through April. Customers love cookies. They want to see those. As soon as they see those cookies, they're flocking. So troops are highly encouraged to get creative with drive-through and virtual booths, which are a great way to sell beyond the traditional cookie booths. Troops can access the booth scheduler in early January to enter their troop secured sites, and for the service unit cookie manager to approve. Once they are approved, they are visible on the cookie finder, so customers can find where those booths are located. All booths must be approved or denied by the service unit, and all council secured booths are already pre-approved and do not require an act on part of the service unit cookie manager, so you don't have to wait for them to approve. It's already approved. New for the 2026 season, troops can select council secured booth slots on January 19th. If you have been with us for another cookie season, you will know that this is a later date than usual, and it is on a different day. So it's on a Monday this year instead of a Thursday, but it still opens up at the same time at 7 p.m. And it is open to all troops in the council for all levels. So
Debbie,
yeah.
Real quick, as you're sharing dates, we've had a few questions about where people can find dates. So these dates that Debbie is going through, they are on the back page of the Troop Quick Start Guide. So when you receive your print material, it is on the back of that. It will also be listed on the website, which is gswpa.org under cookies. So we will share these dates with you in those locations. There was a couple questions about the March 17th deadline that you had mentioned. And so just for some clarification on that March 17th date is the last day that customers can place a digital cookie girl delivered order. So, thank you.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. We understand there's a lot being said right now. So, and everything that's being shared is in the printed material as a refresh to what we're going through this evening.
Okay. All right. So, how the booths are secured. The council arranged cookie booths are set up by the product program team. That's me. And then any that are being secured by the service unit cookie manager are those large box stores. Maybe there's the Giant Eagle, the Lowe's, those types of locations. And then there are troop and caregiver secured sites. So troops cannot approach those large box stores that the service unit does select uh, or does secure, but they can go to small shops, some small mom and pop shops, family owned businesses, fish fries, and some school and community events. So you're welcome to reach out to those locations to secure your booth site, and then remember to add it into eBuddy for service unit approval. What is a cookie stand? Formerly known as a Girl Scout and caregiver booth. It consists of a registered girl and her caregiver working through the troop leader to hold a cookie booth between February 27th and through the month of April. So the purpose of these types of booths is to give girls more opportunities to achieve their goals. It is not intended to replace the team effort for troop booth sales. Therefore, caregivers and girls cannot reserve a booth slot for a council or service unit booth until February 27th. This provides an opportunity for all troops to register for their slots so that girls get the troop experience. Although it's not required for a caregiver to be a registered member at one of the cookie stands, we do recommend to have at least one more adult member that has up-to-date clearances on file during the cookie stand booths for safety reasons. More details about the cookie stands and the cookie stand booths can be found in the troop guide in Cookie Resources for Troops. Cookies in hand is a great way for girls and troops to take credit cards at booths while canvassing their neighborhoods. The council will cover the credit card fees that are processed through Digital Cookie. So this option will become available after the initial order. Cookies have been delivered to all of the service units.
Debbie, I'm going to have
Yep.
you pause before we get into girl rewards. We do have just a
Go
few
back.
questions. No, I think we're okay.
Okay.
Just a few questions on booth stuff. So, couple questions about will the booth scheduler opening on the 19th still limit troops of one booth like in past years? So, do you want to just share how that
Sure.
process is for the season?
Absolutely. Same process as before. One slot, a troop will be able to select one slot the first week. They will be able to select another slot the second week. The following week is two slots, and then the fourth week is unlimited.
Great. uh, will they be able to see where the council secured booths are beforehand so that they can plan out um what locations they may want to try for first?
So yeah, we're kind of at the mercy of when we get the final approval for those booth slots. We the malls, there are a couple of the malls that council secures that don't let us really basically talk to them until after the first of the year. So as soon as I have those, I get those booth sales into eBuddy, into the scheduler for troops to see. So yes, all of the troop council sites that are secured will be in there for you to see about a week before the booth scheduler opens.
And Debbie, I apologize because I am answering questions as we're going through this, but did you share how Um, and maybe you're going to get to that after rewards. But that as far as when do cookie booths end this season?
So cookie booths run. We did have that on the one slide prior. So the cookie booths run from February 27th through April. So there really isn't an end date. If the troops want to continue to hold booth sales, cupboards are only, well, they'll be open through the booth sale time as well. But yes, so the dates for booth sales for 2026 are February 27th through April.
And just as a reminder on that, though, as Debbie's going through that after the final reward deadline, any cookies sold at a booth would be for troop proceeds. They would not count towards girl rewards.
Yes.
Couple questions about payment methods at booths this year. So, digital cookie will be available to take credit card payments. They have added, well, Venmo was there last year, and PayPal has been added this season. We have not actually gotten to see what that looks like yet, but that is our understanding as well that PayPal will also be included. Uh, I think that's the main things for right now.
Okay.
Oh, wait, one more. This actually goes back to girls' initial orders and allowing caregivers to enter those paper orders. For clarity on that, the caregiver is not entering that paper order into eBuddy. The caregiver is entering those orders into Digital Cookie. So they are not accessing eBuddy, they're entering it into Digital Cookie. And then they are submitting that through Digital Cookie where you can then see it in eBuddy and accept it.
Yes. eBuddy and Digital Cookie talk to each other. So
Yes.
when they enter it into Digital Cookie, then it will flow into eBuddy into that initial orders tab. You're going to see the 3 lines. There's going to be one line for the order card, one line for their Digital Cookie Girl delivered, and then a total line underneath.
Perfect. I think we're good for the moment. Thank you.
Okay. So here's a snapshot of what the girls will see on the back of the order card. It is the girl reward lineup. Well, not much more to say about that except when you get your order card, take a look at it real quick. So something we have new for this year, troops will have the option to choose between being awarded the Super Troop t-shirts or additional proceeds. So when the troop reaches that Super Troop status, there will be an option to select either one or the other. That will be in when you're selecting the rewards at the troop level. So we'll be down at the bottom of once you click on the rewards tab and the final rewards where you're going to select the girl rewards as well. So while this task is for you to complete, if your troop does meet the requirement and someone has not selected one or the other, the service unit cookie manager is going to try and reach out to you. She does not have much time to do this, so if she does reach out, please respond. Otherwise, she's either going to make a selection for you or council will. So you want to make sure that you're making that selection, but you'll get to choose between t-shirt and additional proceeds. So the final girl reward order deadline is March 30th at 11:59 p.m. Before submitting the troop order, be sure that you allocate any cookies that you have given to the girls on the girl orders tab. Confirm that all cookie transfers have been recorded in eBuddy and select all of the rewards for the girls and the troop, including t-shirt sizes if that's what you choose. If you submit your order to the service unit and you realize that there's an error, the service unit will have access to make changes through March 31st. After that, you will need to reach out to council to make any changes. Our Operation Sweet Appreciation Program is a great way for customers to give back to active military, veterans, local law enforcement, and firefighters. Troops earn proceeds on OSA orders, and girls can earn a charm by collecting OSA packages through Digital Cookie. In the Troop Gift of Caring program, customers make a donation of Girl Scout cookies from the troops inventory to a worthy organization, such as the local food pantry, shelter, care center, or hospital. So encourage your troop to learn about the organization to truly provide the girls with a full community service experience. Last year, girls in our council donated to the local food pantry, Meals on Wheels, first responders, and some nonprofit community service organizations. These orders are filled with the troops inventory at the end of the cookie program. So when you get down to allocating all the cookies that you gave to girls, you may need to get some extras from a cookie cupboard in order to fulfill your troop gift of caring. At the bottom of the page in eBuddy, you want your inventory to say 0. It's going to show some boxes across the bottom yet as being in your inventory, but technically those are the ones that you'll need to donate to your Troop Gift of Caring organization.
Debbie, we've
Yes.
had a few questions about troops gift of caring location being an option in Digital Cookie versus just the OSA donation. And help me on this. I believe that we only have the choice to select one option in Digital Cookie when that's being set up.
That's correct.
So it is selected at the council level because the council does participate in the Operation Sweet Appreciation. And we know not all troops do have a charity that they would like to donate the cookies to. So that is why it is the OSA option and it's not individual for the troops. But we always can put suggestions into Digital Cookie, and that's definitely something that we can put in as a suggestion to be able to have that as both options if a troop has it. So,
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. So why should a troop participate in one of these cookie donation programs? Because girls that participate in either donation program have a higher PGA than girls that don't, and donated packages count towards their girl rewards. In addition, troops receive the proceeds on donated packages, and these donation programs help girls and troop reach their program goals. Although the Cookie Rookie and Cookie Captain name and patches are no longer available, girls can still watch these videos from Little Brownie's YouTube channel, or the links for these videos are still on the council website under the cookie resources. So the girls can watch these to hone in their entrepreneurial skills if they want to. So troop proceeds held they help the troops community goodness gracious.
You're good.
Proceeds help fund the troops community projects and troop activities that girls participate in throughout the year. You can review these proceeds, this proceeds structure in the Troop Cookie Manager Guide. The base rate for proceeds is, once again, the 90 cents per package. There are tiered levels when reaching certain milestones. And new this year is the increase in proceeds for the additional proceeds for that super troop level if the troop reaches it. So the troop, in actuality, could earn up to $1.21 per package in proceeds. And we're asking you help your service unit earn their up to 1.5 cent per package for the bonus for the service unit's treasury. So some may not know that the service unit has the option to earn on what is sold within the service unit as well. So there are ways that you can help your service unit meet the bonus requirements. One of which is having your troop paid in full by the 15th, or submitting the required outstanding caregiver balance paperwork by the due date of April 2nd. Another is having a combined troop sales increase of 10%, and encourage your girls to participate in some form, whether it is in person, online, or both. So a minimum of 80% of the registered girls in the service unit must participate for the troop to reach that specific level. And then if the service unit meets all three requirements, not only do they receive 1.5 cents per box, but they also will receive a cookie costume for the service unit to use. How fun. This costume on here is the Samoa, but it may not be the same costume as the Samoa was for last year. Could be a different one, depending on what's available. We are getting there. We only have a few more slides left. Bear with me. So all troops are required to have a bank account information on ACH electronic debit credit authorization form, blah, on file with council. That is one heck of a name for a file. Because cookie money should never be deposited into a personal account. So if the troop does not have a bank account, you must work with the service unit treasurer. The cookie money is then deposited into the service unit's account. The service unit treasurer then sends a check to council for the money that is owed to council. And then once the troop account is established, the service unit treasurer will they'll cut a check to the troop with the amount of the troop's proceeds. So if you don't have your banking information on file, you want to get that in before the cookie season starts. Here is a look at the cookie ACH schedule. The first sweep will be March 19th. It will be 25% of the troops' total outstanding balance. You can see the amount that will be withdrawn from the troops' account in the sales report. It'll be right under, there's a little section up near the left top that has the amount that is going to be swept. If there is an issue, then you want to fill out the ACH adjustment form. The second sweep will take place on April 9th. That is the remaining balance that is due to council from the troop. Once again, eBuddy will update that amount for the second sweep, and you'll see that in the same location. New for 2026, there will be a third sweep that'll happen on May 21st. This is by opt-in only, and the amount is authorized by troops that have an outstanding balance due to an ACH adjustment. So the form will be online for troops to fill out after the lockout. If you have an outstanding balance and you are going to participate in the third sweep, that will be May 21st, and you'll need to complete that form to participate.
Debbie, in regards to the ACHs, just as clarification, you do only need to complete that one time. So if you submitted it 2 years ago and you have not had a change with your banking information, you do not have to submit it again. So you have to submit it, the first time that you are getting established as a troop. And then, of course, if you have any changes with your banking information, you will need to submit a new one then. But it does not have to be submitted each year.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's a task calendar of when you can complete the different tasks throughout the cookie season. I'll let you just take a minute to read over a few of those. But once again, like Amanda said, that calendar is on the full troop guide, so you'll be able to plan out your year accordingly to that. Okay. So I know we've been answering questions throughout the presentation, but if you have any other questions, now's the time.
So I will just kind of go through a couple more, Debbie. We've had a few questions about cookies coming in through the Troop link. And so you will want to remember that cookies that come in through the Troop link, you will allocate those to the girls in your troop. Cookies coming in through that Troop link, kind of think about them as a boost sale cookie. So you will want to allocate those cookies to the Girl Scouts in your troop. I believe Debbie had mentioned this at the beginning, but only girls that are selling count towards your troop's PGA.
Yes.
So just as a reminder of that.
Yeah, if there's a girl showing in your troop that hasn't been there, even if she does not sell one package of cookies, she does not count towards your PGA. Another thing I'd like to mention on the troop link is there is an LBB. So there's a Little Brownie video on the YouTube channel specifically for troop links. So it'll show you exactly how to distribute those cookies in eBuddy from the troop link.
Perfect. If you're not sure if your troop has completed an ACH authorization form, please reach out to us and we can confirm that for you. The banking information will be uploaded into eBuddy within the second week of the cookie program. So you will, and that'll be in Cookie Bites when it's uploaded, so that you know to check. So you'll have plenty of time to check and make sure that it's there. And if not, send that information along to us so we can get it in for you. A few questions, and Debbie, I apologize if I missed it, about how permission forms are working this year. So there is a paper permission form. I'll back up. If a girl is participating in Digital Cookie, when her caregiver goes in to set up the Digital Cookie site, they will be asked to approve what was before on the paper caregiver permission form. So it is saying that they are taking responsibility for the inventory that they're going to be selling, as well as the money that they are collecting. If they are not selling online, then there is still a paper permission form that will be posted on the website that you can, have them print off and keep. And just like for the caregivers, as a troop leader for your service unit may require a paper permission form to still be signed. But we have shared with them as well that when you go into eBuddy as a troop leader, you're also going to electronically agree to those terms just as you had before on the paper order card. for troop leaders and for caregivers. If there's a financial situation that documentation needs pulled for, we will be able to go in and access that information with a timestamp for anything that might be needed with that. Couple questions about opting out of rewards. More details will be shared on that as we get a little bit more into the program, and then there's information in the print guides as well. A couple questions about indies for this season. Do we want to just quickly mention, Debbie, the change with how indies are being handled? So most troop leaders really wouldn't have individual
No.
indies with them.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't have anything in this presentation for that, but
Yep.
I'm assuming that we are speaking with some of these service unit cookie managers as well. So yes, there are some changes with indies. Indies will no longer be moved into their own troops. This is because we have had issues with moving girls once their digital cookie site is set up and we move them in eBuddy, their site shuts down. It closes, and then they have to reopen a whole new site. And it was an ugly mess. So we now have the service unit cookie manager or someone that the service unit cookie manager appoints as a lead that's acting as the indie troop leader. Some service units don't have indies. I will be getting a list out to the service unit cookie managers with the indies and their caregivers' contact information. But it's one of the main points for the indies this year is that the indies will no longer have to order in full cases like a troop does. So the service unit cookie manager is going to manage that extra inventory just as a leader does. If a girl needs extra cookies, they can come to the service unit cookie manager to get them. If they do not, and the service unit has another troop in the service unit that wants those cookies, they can do a troop to troop transfer them from that indie troop into that troop that needs them. So the service unit cookie manager is basically acting as a troop leader for those indies that are in their service unit. I know there's a lot to that slide for the indies. So I encourage you to watch the service unit cookie manager virtual training that we had that will be posted tomorrow or Thursday as well. So you'll be able to find those in the service unit resources for cookies.
Perfect.
I know. Bear with us, please.
Sorry, I'm just trying to read through them. Yes, I'm sorry. And we are through the main part of our training, so if you need to jump off, we thank you very, very much for staying with us this evening. If we still have not answered your question, we're getting through those, so please feel free to hang out. And then, like Debbie had said before, we are always available, cookies@gswpa.org. Or the 800 number, and our member care team can help you out with some of this, and if they are not able, they will pass you along to us. So if I know we have some new troops on here with us this evening, so thank you. And if you are not having your meeting until later in January and passing out material, that's okay. We understand that there's troops that are just getting started. One of them says, does that put us behind the ball? And no, it really doesn't. You still have plenty of time for the girls to take paper orders and for them to do online sales, and then excuse me, for about for digital cookie and then for boost sales. So, you have plenty of time for all of those types of things. A question about buying rewards. You are not able to buy rewards. So the rewards are earned by the girls, and that is the only way to get those. The material, like we said, they have your service unit cookie manager, if they have not distributed it yet, that material, it's arriving to them now. So they will have that information to distribute to you. And then I know that we mentioned some of them are quick start guides this year as far as the print material. The full guides are on gswpa.org. Once you go to the site, you will see right at the top where it says cookies and cookies plus actually. And when you click on that little drop down, it'll take you right to cookie resources. We are working on getting that updated. We wanted to get through the trainings before we had everything updated on there. So that will be live very soon. As far as getting this recording, there will be something sent out after just as a thank you with the link to it, and it will also be on the website.
Yes.
Uh, do, 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 do. Sorry, I'm just reading through some of these.
That's
First one should
okay.
be said out
I
loud.
wasn't sure where you were. I was gonna jump in and take
I'm here. I'm here, honestly. There was a couple questions on shipping fees, and I apologize. We do not have those on a slide this evening. But the shipping fees, when you log into Digital Cookie here in a couple of weeks, the shipping fees will be in there. We will share the shipping fees in Cookie Bytes once we get ready to go with that. What I can share with you is shipping fees did not go up from last year. So they went down ever so slightly.
Still down.
They are down. Yep. So just a little bit below where they were last year. So yes, that is positive. They did not go up for this season. And then as far as accessing Digital Cookie, you will receive an email, as Debbie had mentioned. I believe it's the very end.
And it's about a week. Yeah, I think it's about a week before the program
begins. Yes. So
near the
you
end
will.
of December.
Yes. So we understand that that's a busy time of year. So just to kind of be on the lookout in between the holiday hustle and bustle. For our new people on here, I know that this can be very overwhelming. Please know that we appreciate you. There are a lot of great volunteer resources that are available in your service unit. Please be sure to ask them for assistance. Please reach out to us. As we kind of approach other deadlines, we do hold open office hours. And it's a great time for people to jump on and ask us questions. Usually it's not too busy, so we can take some time with you and go right into the site and look at your troop and kind of get those questions answered. So thank you for that. Let me give one more scroll.
Yeah, watch for those to go out in Cookie Bytes when those dates are going to be coming for those open office hours. It's usually during, we usually have them during the big milestones, like initial order, so that if you need that additional help for that initial order, you can just log on and we can get you all set up.
A clarification on Cookie Bytes emails. I'm going to defer that question to Debbie. Have you and Aaron spoke yet about, will we have one that goes out before the holiday?
Yes. Yes, Aaron and I just actually discussed that today. I said, when are we going to start Cookie Bites? Because I was thinking that we normally send one out at before the holiday. And yes, that is the plan. So we are going to start sending those out, and then you will not receive another one from us until right before, um, because our office is closed for the holiday until the 5th. So then we'll get another one out to you then that Wednesday or Thursday of the after we return.
Da, 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 da. Sorry, I tend to hum while I'm
So
getting through things. I'm getting down there. Ooh,
yeah,
I'm
I
I'm
just
almost I'm almost through the questions.
that's okay.
Okay. Uh oh, Family Guide. So the full guides will be on gswpa.org under the Cookies Plus section.
Yes, and we'll also be adding it to the eBuddy Help Center. So a lot of the forms and things, training, that type of thing, will also be on the eBuddy Help Center. So they're not on there yet, but they will be coming up on the Help Center soon.
Um I do not see anything else. Debbie, I have a couple questions left to finish typing an answer to, but are pretty specific questions to the individual. Um, so we can hang out for just another couple of minutes. If anybody has any other questions that are coming in, I'll answer these last couple that are on here. And
Okay.
I think that's that.
All right. Once again, we send out a big thank you. We cannot have a successful cookie season without you. We appreciate everything that you do to help and support those girls. So, if you don't have any other questions, we'll talk to you when you do. But once again, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you very much. And like I said, we'll hang out for just a couple more minutes to get these last questions answered. And if you have another one, please feel free to drop it in the chat.
Hi, ladies. I see that there are many cases here asking for password reset or account locked out for Digital Cookie. Is Digital Cookie open? And
No.
if not, when will it open?
Digital Cookie is not open yet. eBuddy is, but Digital Cookie is not. So um like we had mentioned, the access for Digital Cookie will take place about a week before the start of our cookie program or cookie season. So look for that email to come from Digital Cookie near the end of December.
I am still here. I just didn't want anything.
Nope, I I can see you're still here. But all good. Um I don't know if we
So if you do not see an email from eBuddy, um, you can go to eBuddy. If you have been in eBuddy, you can go to ebuddy.com and type in your email address and click forgot password. It will send you a password. You will want to make sure that when you're going in, you're selecting in the drop down the 25-26 season. If you're in eBuddy and do not see the 25-26 season, then you will want to contact member care as something needs updated in your Salesforce account.
And also, if you have changed your email since last year, and you have not updated your membership record with that new email, you're not going to be able to access eBuddy because we're going to have your old email, and that's the email that we used when we uploaded the volunteers. So if it is due to an email change, then you want to reach out to our member care to get it updated, as Amanda mentioned.
Thanks, Debbie. I was going to bring that up.
You do not want to share your eBuddy login with other people in your troop. Only approved troop volunteers should have access to eBuddy. If you have a troop volunteer that comes in now and they aren't in eBuddy, council can add them in, or the service unit cookie manager can also add them.
I believe the troop leader, if they're already in eBuddy, can add a troop volunteer as well. I think they can at the troop level. Let me double check that, but I think they can do it at the troop level as well.
Yeah, Debbie, I do think that sounds
Sounds like
correct.
a great.
Yes.
I hope everybody found this training helpful and informational. And if you have any questions, and you're unable to reach your service unit cookie manager, then please reach out to us. We're happy to help.
Thank you. Good night.
Night.
Good night.